Sometimes I think the 50 pounds I've lost isn't a whole lot. Maybe overall it's not, but now every time I'm in doubt, I'm just gonna throw on my 40-pound weight vest and go for a walk, because boy, let me tell you, 40 pounds, it's a pile of weight when you're not used to carrying it. And to think I used to carry 10 pounds more than that around every single day, it was a nice reminder of the progress that has been made. Good morning. Welcome back to another Saturday morning bike ride. And according to the Motive Training app, we're looking for a Zone 2 ride anywhere between 75 minutes and 2 hours, with instructions to keep the heart rate below Zone 2 max and to challenge myself on whatever distance that means. So we're going to aim for about 90 minutes. Let's talk about the workouts from this week, because that's the big update. According to the training plan, this was the first full week of workouts after the recovery week following Bracebridge. And I think all in all, they went pretty well. We did the bike ride last Saturday in Parry Sound. That video is up on the channel. Sunday was the main run. It was the last day of the recovery week, so it called for just a 30-minute Zone 2 run. I think we did that pretty well. I think we're 27 minutes, Zone 2 most of the way. Struggled on a couple of the hills, but kept up a jog the whole time. Monday was a swim day. Coach and I went down to Wabuno Beach for an open water swim. Did the best I could to mix it up. It's hard to do a pool session, get into laps in open water, but we mixed it up. We did some swimming. According to the GPS, we covered just under 1,000 meters in about 35 minutes. It went very well. It was a good swim. Tuesday was my interval bike ride, 30 minutes of basically sprint sessions. But what I did is I went back to North Road, the same road that we saw at the beginning of last week's video, and I just tackled those hills, hit them a little bit harder. It was an excellent workout. Was very happy with how it went. Wednesday was interesting. Wednesday was strength workout. Now the Motive app strength workouts all use kettlebells, which I think is fantastic because everybody can get access to kettlebells. They don't take up a lot of space. You don't need a gym. You can do them from anywhere. Problem is, living full-time in an RV, extra weight is not something I'm looking to carry around, although we may have to revisit that in the future. But I thought what I would do Wednesday was get out my 40-pound weighted vest and go for a hike. There's an area here called the North Shore Rugged Trail. It's a hiking trail that follows along the, I guess you'd say, the shore of Parry Sound of Georgian Bay. And it's not so much a hiking trail as it is climbing over all the rocks. So I figured with a 40-pound weight vest on, that would be a pretty good strength workout, at least for the lower body. So Coach came with me. We had a great time. I think it took us about 45 minutes. And I tell you, that weight vest got pretty heavy by the end of it. Sometimes I think the 50 pounds I've lost isn't a whole lot. Maybe overall it's not, but now every time I'm in doubt, I'm just gonna throw on my 40-pound weight vest and go for a walk, because boy, let me tell you, 40 pounds, it's a pile of weight when you're not used to carrying it. And to think I used to carry 10 pounds more than that around every single day, it was a nice reminder of the progress that has been made. But Coach, I had a great time. It's always fun when there's a workout on the calendar that we can do together. Thursday's workout was the interval run. It also went well. I think it was a 10-minute jog to warm up, and then 2 sets of sprints up a hill. There's a great little hill right beside where we're staying. It's not too long, but it's steep, and it was the perfect length for the sprints. It was a hard workout, but it went well. So we're definitely making a little bit of progress there. Now, I do think Coach has been colluding with Garmin, because when I looked at the stats graph after that run, I'll put it up here on the screen for you, but you can see it's measured the pace of the run. And even though I jogged the whole thing, I did not walk a single step. It was a jog or a run. Garmin tracked everything in green as a walking pace. So much like Coach, apparently Garmin also thinks I'm not running, I'm just walking fast. But you know what, Garmin? You know what, Coach? I still got it done. Anyway, that brings us to Friday's workout, which was yesterday. First time that yoga has been on the plan. I have mixed feelings about yoga. Nothing to do with the physical benefits. I'm sure they're incredible. But let me tell you, I think that was the hardest workout I've done in the whole 3 months I've been using this training platform. Remember last week's video, old, fat, and inflexible. The first quality's okay. Those last two make yoga really, really, really difficult. But it was fun. Coach loves doing yoga. So she came out and we were able to do it together. But I tell you, a 30-minute yoga workout, I'm not gonna lie, I got to 19 minutes and threw in the towel. It was the most excruciatingly uncomfortable 19 minutes in recent memory. I don't know if you can see it. There's a deer right there on the side of the road. Hello, ma'am. Not afraid of nothing, are you? Hi. Flies bugging you? Yeah, looks like they're all over you. Lots of traffic today, huh? Pretty used to it by now? You enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna keep going. I think we made it. Not bad at all. A little quieter than Wabuno. A little smaller. But still. Nice little beach. Stop for a beverage. Oh. Alright, GPS shows 12 kilometers back to the trailer. Should put us about 32 kilometers. I don't know where that's going to put us time-wise, but that's going to absolutely smash my personal best for longest ride by like 50%. But we got to make it back first. Here we go. Heart rate broke 150 on that hill. That was a steep one. I gotta stop and catch my breath. So much for zone 2. And we're back. We made it back to the trailer and we did really well. We did 31.92 kilometers in 1 hour, 41 minutes and 53 seconds. So we absolutely nailed that ride. And if I flip over to my Strava app, we actually hit 8 best efforts on that ride. We clocked a personal record for longest ride, for elevation gain, fastest 10 mile, fastest 20K, and fastest 30K. So that was a spectacular ride. I'm really happy with how it went. I still have some discomfort between my shoulder blades, but I'm working on that part. I also checked my blood sugar when I got back because I checked it this morning before I left, and I did ride fasted this morning, and my blood sugar this morning was 5.6 millimoles, which for me that's pretty good in the morning. I'm happy with that. And I did have my full sugar body armor with me. I drank an entire bottle of that on my ride for hydration and electrolytes. And when I just checked my blood sugar now, it was 6.0. So not only did the body armor keep my blood sugar elevated, it pushed it actually a little bit higher, which I'm okay with. I think next week I'm going to try it without the full sugar body armor for a 2-hour ride and see what happens to my blood sugar. And the whole reason why I'm curious is I'll link a video down below in the description between Professor Tim Noakes and Dr. Anthony Chafee. It's an interview that they did, I think it was a few months back, about the need for carbohydrates for endurance athletes. And it's a really fascinating look at some of the alternative theories that are out there and what some of the research suggests about what's actually needed for carbohydrate intake during endurance in sports like cycling and marathon running and that sort of thing. It's a fantastic video, and I encourage anybody that's into endurance sports and worried about carb intake while they're exercising to go check out that video. It'll make you think about a few things differently. Anyway, not going to bore you with the science or what the literature says. Fantastic ride today. Thanks so much for coming along with me. I know it was a bit short of a ride. I just dropped my phone and it bounced off the steel steps. I'm sure it's okay. But thanks for hanging out with me. If you've made it this far in the video, leave me a comment down below. Even if you just say hello, it helps out with the algorithm. Even a negative comment helps out with the algorithm. There's no such thing as bad publicity. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week on another Saturday Real Talk Bike Ride.